Welcome back to our Behind the Scene. We are excited that this broadcast has been a blessing to you and is still blessing you. And my name is John Sagoe. I am the host of this program, and in the last couple of weeks, we have been dealing on the topic of behind the scene in regarding when you come into a foreign land or when you immigrate to a foreign country, what are the necessary things you need to watch out for, and what are the things you need to do in order to succeed in a foreign land. So today we want to continue from where we stopped last week, because last week we were talking about the technical know-how. We were talking about what you need to know and how you need to know that this country is actually a country of calling or a country of assignment before you go into that country. But today we want to begin to talk about when you arrived in a country, the people you associate with, because it's very important that we know that whenever we arrived in our place of calling, very often the people you associate with will determine how far you will go in life. Whether they're going to stop your calling, whether they're going to lead you in the wrong places, or whether they're going to help you to further your calling. When Abraham was called, the Bible told us that Lot went with him. But we also know that it was not only Lot that went with him. We know also that the wife Sarah went with him. We also know that his servants went with him. But if he had not applied wisdom when they were quarrel between his headsman and the headsman of Lot, and he didn't apply wisdom and make the right decision, probably that would have led into frustration or maybe even termination of his assignment. So the people that you allow in your space, the people that you allow to yourself to associate with in your journey for the calling is very important. So let's begin to look at, number one, the place that you work. Number two, the place that you live. Number three, the place that you go to church. Number four, the person that you begin, if you are not yet married, the person that you want to marry or you are in friendship with or you are dating. All these people play a very important role. And of course, number five, you can talk about your friends, the kind of circle of friends that you keep. All these people play a very important role in your life in terms of your calling and in terms of the decision in the land that you are called. And bear in mind, if the land that you are arrived, if you don't have family members already in that country, then remember also that it might also be that you might begin to find things even more difficult, because sometimes you are practically alone. You don't have anybody that you can go to cry to, or you can tell your deep story at the very beginning, that you can say that they know you very well. So it might be a challenge. But also bear in mind that even if you have a family member in that country, you have also to bear in mind that your family member, how you relate to them is also very important. So you can actually add that as number 6. So remember that there are these 6 different groups of people that you are going to be meeting in your journey in relocating to a foreign place or a land of calling, or even if you are in your own country right now, you might even be able to have, these other 6 different kind of people that will cross your way one way or the other, if it's again your place of calling. So how do you relate to them? That is very important. So number 1, it is important that you begin to prioritize or put priority in your assignment. Remember, in the previous video, we were talking about it's important that you know what you want. Even before you move, you need to know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, people will tell you what they think you want. And people will try to lead you in different areas. So you need to know, number one, what is it exactly that you want. So if you know what you want, then make sure that you communicate it often. You know, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain so that anyone that read it, they can run with it. You know, the vision that is not shared will not be able to go far. So it's important for you to do your best to keep sharing this vision at every given time. Let it become part and parcel of you. So share it, talk about it on the rooftop, talk about it on the street, talk about it everywhere. Don't let conversation go by in a whole day without you casting your vision, because by so doing, you will see that people will have no chance to lead you the wrong way, because they will see that you know exactly what you want, you know where you are going, you know what you are called to do, and so what they can only do is to complement what God has deposited in you. What they can only do is to support what God has deposited in you, but they will not lead you astray. Because don't forget, when you are the type of person that you are always waiting to hear people's vision or opinion, then you will end up in receiving so many visions from other people, and too many visions lead to diversion. Do you understand that? So that means you yourself will divert from your own vision, because you allow so many people to share their vision and you never share yours. So don't forget that you have to put a very importance on your vision, that you have to communicate it all the time. And let me tell you the advantage of that. When you begin to communicate your vision all the time, what it will do is that it will start attracting people that have similar vision like you towards you. They will start aggravated towards you because you are shared it so many times. You will be even surprised that even the people that hear your vision will become like an agent to look for other people that have similar vision like you and connect you guys together. That's what the advantage of sharing your vision in every condition and in every opportunity that you have. And then secondly, after you are top in sharing your vision, then the next thing you need to do is to begin to do something towards your vision. So make sure that, for example, if you know, okay, this is my place of calling, I can use myself for an example. Let's say you are called to be a Microsoft system engineer. You know, that was exactly what I did when I came into Switzerland as a business. So if you are called to be a Microsoft system engineer, you begin to look for people that are into Microsoft system engineer and start befriending them. Are you with me? You start making friends with those people that are in the same field as you. And more especially if you are a Christian and you go to church, then you start looking out for this kind of people within your church circle. You know, and once you know people like that, you know, you should then start acquainting yourself with them, start talking to them, start becoming their friends, because you guys now become birds of the same feather. You are flocking together. That's what the English people say. So you try to mix with those people, because through that way you start educating one another. I remember that was what I did. I find somebody that goes to the same church as me that are into Microsoft system engineer, and then we become friends and we become a learning partner. You know, even though this person was more advanced than me in the Microsoft system engineer, but I was learning a lot from him, you know, and those kind of things you learn from friendship, you know, it's enormous, because number one, you can understand things easily because they speak your language. Then number two, you don't need to pay so much to go to the school to learn that. And then number three is what I call self-education. Self-education. You know, we are living in a world that whatever you decide to do, you have to be in the cutting edge. And so if you are not self-educating yourself, you know, it doesn't even matter how much certificate you have. Don't forget that every certificate has an expiring season. You know, like for example, when I was doing my Microsoft system engineer, the certificate and the knowledge that I have those days is no more valid today. You know, maybe the certificate is still on your shelf, but the whole system, the whole industry has changed. So if you put me in that place now, I will be like somebody that just starting new, because I've not been updating myself in that field, and I've moved on totally to another different field. But the point I'm trying to make is that you need to keep updating yourself. You need to keep educating yourself, because once you stop learning, you start dying. In other words, you start depreciating. So you need to keep learning in the field that you think that you are called into, because until you are in the cutting edge of that ministry or that business or that political or that job, you will not be relevant. And once you are not relevant in the society, nobody, have any need of you. People don't see the reason to invest in you, but you have to be relevant. I remember the days I was working as a Microsoft system engineer. Those were the days that internet was not very common, like I said, and that means that I was one of the first that studied how to use internet. And can you imagine, because I knew how to browse, I'm just talking about browsing, and because I knew how to browse on the internet, I started doing internet courses. Can you imagine that there was a time in this our world today that one was paying up to 150 Swiss franc or 150 euro, $150 just for me to teach them how to browse online. And why did I come to that level? Because I made myself relevant, because I was in the cutting edge, because I was one of the first that learned the thing when it came out. And because of that, it put you in a better position, and people pay you for your services. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when you are in a foreign land, don't just go and become a project of what you call it, social welfare, where people are going to be helping you. And no. Just find out. Listen, in every nation, there is something that you can do. And I love the world we are living in today, because actually the world that we are living in today, there is no excuses. I actually tell myself time with that number that if I'm not a pastor, if I am not a minister of the gospel, an apostle, today I have so many opportunities to make money just sitting in my home. I have so many opportunities, because all you need to do, get online, start making a research. Even by making a video today, can you imagine? Nobody knows many years ago that you can just sit in front of a camera like I'm doing right now, and you become a content creator. And then through that, you begin to make money by creating content that people love, So that's what I'm trying to say, that a lot of things we can do in our present world today. And so, but you need to be somebody that want to do a research. You need to be somebody that want to be innovative. You need to be somebody that want to be at the cutting edge. And when you have this attitude, let me tell you, there is no country that is a hard country. Every country, there are people there that are looking for service providers. Every country, there are people there that are looking for what you can bring on board to the system, to the market, that nobody else have put there in the market. So you need to make sure that you not just relax, but you keep, asking yourself, what is it that is not yet there in the market? What can I put there in the market that people have not yet put there? And I'm telling you, if you have this attitude and you arrived in your land of calling, in your place of assignment, even if it's not your place of assignment, but you have a clear road map, what you want to achieve in that country, why you are going to that country. Hey, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to make it, and there is no limit, because you have followed the due procedure and the principle always work if you follow the right principle for everything. Anyway, we have come to the end of our broadcast today. I hope this segment has been a blessing to you. Our goal is to energize you. Our goal is to encourage you. So share this broadcast, because there are somebody that is probably at the verge of making some decision in entering a new country, or maybe they are already in their country, and all these things are going to help. But don't forget, you are not allowed to hang with the wrong people. You have to be sensitive and be open to connect yourself to the right people, because they will be part of the tool that God is going to use to catapult you to your place of blessing. Until we come your way again, if you have not liked this broadcast today, we encourage you to go ahead and like it. Give us a thumb up. Go ahead and give us a comment. Let us know how this broadcast has been blessing you. Share it. Let a lot of people be able to have access to it. Until we come your way again next week, we want you to know we love you. We love you. We love you. Shalom.